everyone, for today's video, we're gonna tackle about philosophies and sociological theories are manifested in the practical classroom situation in a way of graphic organizer. But before that, let us first define what is education. So what is education? Education, the system of facilitating learning or the acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, morals, beliefs, habits, and non-public developments is known as education. Teaching, training, storytelling, discussion, and directed research are all examples of educational strategies. And now, let us proceed to graphic organizer. In a graphic organizer, there are philosophical perspective and sociological perspective. First, what is philosophical perspective? Philosophical perspective is a point of view, and a philosophy is a specific attitude or manner in which a person thinks about something. This figurative application of the expression dates back to 1760. The usage of synonymous with one of the meaning of the term perspective is this sense. So the second one is sociological perspective. So what is sociological perspective? Sociological perspective is a thinking from a sociological perspective allow us to recognize the condition of others and better understand why people are in the situation they are in. Concepts such as oppression, inequality, and intersectionality are societal realities that shape the lives of many people.
There are four main under the philosophical perspective. First, idealism. Second, realism. And the third, pragmatism. And the last one, existentialism. So what is idealism? Idealism is a philosophical belief claiming that material things are imaginary, that material things do not exist independently but only as constructions in the mind. Students answer the asked questions, and teachers provide the feedback, and students improve themselves, wherein a certain involved for us to learn. This perspective manifested in the classroom situations through delivery of discussions, lectures, and other methods. As teachers, we need to clarify the knowledge of our students in a way of asking questions. Second one, realism represents the theory that particular things exist independently of our perceptions. It recommends the designing of curriculums for realistic educations which enables learners to solve different problems of life and to lead a happy and successful life. Recognizing and abilities of object ultimate form, this perspective manifested in the classroom situations through delivery of critically, scientifically. As a teacher, we demonstrate our activities, recitations for us having interactions of our students.
The third one is pragmatism. Is a school of thought that believes that education should be about life and growth. Personal experience and observations can be considered real or true. This perspective manifested in the classroom situations through delivery of social interactions. As teachers, we encourage our students to do projects hands-on and problem-solving and experimenting.
Existentialism, a teaching and learning philosophy that emphasizes the students' ability to choose their own path in life. The nature of reality is subjective and the individual determines it. This perspective manifests the classroom situation towards delivering of. So, there is under in existentialism freedom, personal choice. By the choices we make, we define ourselves in relation to our existence, and we are also taking the responsibility for decision who we are. And now, let's proceed to sociological perspective and how they manifested the classroom situation in response to community conflict. There are three under the sociological perspective. So we have functionalism, conflict perspective, and symbolic interaction. First, functionalism. Functionalism training focuses on how education meets societal needs through improving skills, promoting social cohesiveness, and sorting college students. There are four under in functionalism. First, socialization. Education teach students the norms, values, and skills they need to function in society. Second, social integration. Students are expected to share a set of beliefs and values. Third, social placement. Children are targeted at the level of their learning ability. And the last, social and cultural innovation assists students in their chosen paths.
The second one under the sociological perspective is conflict theory. Conflict theory is tracking of uses and standardization of testing. And also we have symbolic interactionalism. Symbolic interactionalism is forces influencing social interaction in the classroom.
Why is it important to know the sociological perspective on education? From a practical standpoint, schooling helps socialize teenagers and prepares them for their eventual entry into the larger society as adults. The combat perspective emphasizes how training reinforces inequality in society as a whole. What role does sociology plays in the educational process? Human relationships are extremely complex. Sociology of education assists teachers in becoming aware of certain outcomes of a group behavior, as well as understanding the attitude, values, and beliefs of those around them, thereby enhancing the effectiveness of the teaching and learning process.